Well, hello everyone, my name is Dolph DeRoos, and I'm sorry I can't be at tonight's meeting, but as some of you will recognize from the scene behind me, I'm in Paris, France. That is in fact the Arc de Triomphe. It sits in the middle of Place Charles de Gaulle. It has about 10 big avenues going out radially from it, including of course the famous Champs-Élysées, the main street of Paris. And it also sits on top of one of the biggest metro complexes there is, Metropolitan. Now the French, for some reason, I don't understand why, there's sort of this antagonistic feeling going on between Americans and the French. I'm an ardent Francophile, and I think they have some of the most advanced technology on this planet. The metro that I mentioned is short, of course, for Metropolitain. Even though it's very old, it's about as old as the one in London, the difference between riding the metro in London and riding the one here in Paris is night and day. This is, in fact, the quietest metro in the world. It's the only one that I know of that runs on rubber wheels. There's something else the French did back in the 70s. You know how we all have telephone books. In fact, back in Phoenix just the other day, I got another stack of Dex telephone books. And I don't know why they print them and issue them to us, because it's been probably 15 years since I've looked inside a telephone book. Who does it in this day of the internet? And yet still they chop down forests of trees to make these telephone books, which are out of date the moment we get them. And by the time they're 11 months old, they're truly out of date. Well, back in the 70s, and here's the point, the French came up with a system called Minitel, and it was a bit like the internet, although it was more like an intranet. Every household was issued with one. It had a tiny 5-inch CRT screen, cathode ray tube screen, really old technology, but it had the names and addresses and phone numbers of everyone who wanted to be listed there, so that if you changed your address, it instantly got updated. And the point in mentioning all of this is France has remarkably advanced technology. Well, here in Paris, they are also big dog lovers. In fact, everywhere you go, you see people carrying dogs, walking the dogs, inside shops, inside restaurants, where back at home that wouldn't be allowed for health regulations reasons, and of course, unless of course it is an assisted dog, like assisted living or blind-sighted person dog or whatever. But here they're everywhere. In fact, there are so many dogs in Paris that they need places for them to walk, and there's lots of food being sold for dogs and all that sort of thing. But of course, when dogs eat food, there is a natural consequence of this, and that is that dogs do what dogs do. They go poo, basically. In fact, every day here in Paris, 40 tons of dog doo is deposited on the footpaths and sidewalks. That's an astounding and horrific number. In fact, it detracts from admiring all the beautiful architecture, because then you'd step in things you don't really want to step in. Well, the French have got these little machines, electric vehicles, that go around and scoop up dog poop. But they only manage to scoop up 13 tons every day, which leaves 27 tons of dog poop to kind of rot on the streets. And why do I bring all this sordid topic up? Well, it's obvious. Right now, they're paying to clean up their poop, and it doesn't do them any good. What if we were to use this dog poop and convert it through the biomass machine into electricity? And you might say, well, what would France need electricity for? What a PR campaign it would be if we use this electricity, for instance, to light something like the Eiffel Tower. It has 200,000 lights on it. Imagine the value we'd get if we could say that we were lighting up the Eiffel Tower from processing the 40 tons of dog poop deposited on the streets of Paris every day. Well, that's all I have for you now. Enjoy your meeting, and until next time, this is Dolph signing off. Thank you.